What's up, everyone? This is NyhlekDreams, and today we're joined by a member of our janitorial staff, Teddy, the toilet cleaner himself, to bring a fun hero that's a favorite of mine to play, Steelwool Anthony. He's been changed from a phase shift outlander to have more of an AoE ability damage with Seismic Smash and Shock Tower, and since the rework, he's just been a blast to play. If you don't have Steelwool Anthony, you can get him by progressing through the Canny Valley story, and I really recommend going and doing this. But we'll just get right into this hero loadout, and we'll start with Steelwool Anthony himself and look at his perk, which is 4 on the floor. Seismic Smash leaves a pulsing zone with a 0.75 tile radius at the end of its range, and it's going to be doing energy damage over the 4 seconds that it remains there while also bouncing the husks inside. This is the fun factor that they added to it, and I'm actually surprised at how much damage it does, but we'll move on to the team perk. I personally like using Bioenergy Source here, as you can be taking damage if you phase shift into groups of mobs, and while you're using your ability, since you are ability focus with Shock Tower and Seismic Smash, you're going to be replenishing your shields as you use up your energy. So I actually prefer Bioenergy Source here for that reason. Then we can go ahead and get into the support team, and we're going to be mainly focused around trying to boost his Shock Tower and his Seismic Smash. We'll start with Fault Line. Decreases the Seismic Smash cooldown by 27% so that you'll be able to use it more often. And then Return to Sender is Seismic Smash returns to its origin point, decreases Seismic Smash damage and impact by 25%. That's not a typo, it does decrease the Seismic Smash damage, but ultimately you'll be doing more damage by getting a second hit off of the Seismic Smash as it comes back and returns to Anthony. The next one we have Up the Voltage, which increases Shock Tower damage by 33%. This is just an overall flat damage bonus to the Shock Tower itself. Fragment Generation, which every 39 eliminations is going to be granting you 1 charge fragment. And then we have Static Cling, which adds Affliction to the Shock Tower and does 50% of the damage over the next 3 seconds. This one I would actually switch out with if they were to actually change Impossibility Matrix. Currently this is bugged in the game and it actually adds a cooldown duration instead of, decreasing that cooldown duration. So I would definitely switch out that one. And then for our gadgets, we have Slow Field and Stationary Hover Turret. Slow Field to just slow the husks down and manage the husks better, and that also pairs with Anthony's residual damage field. And I just like using Hover Turret for extra damage. You could switch this out for anything that you want, like Adrenaline Rush. But we'll go ahead and hop into some gameplay and show this character off. Now, one of the cool things about Anthony is he's one of those heroes that isn't tied to a damage boost for a specific weapon type, so you could pretty much run anything in the way of loadouts that you want. You could run one of your favorite weapon builds or something that maybe just fits a circumstance better than another. I like to use a universal build with different types of weapons, such as the Dragoon for AoE, Sniper for killing Mist Monsters, or the Bundle Bus even, and then for the last slot, maybe something that has a bit of a fire rate, so like a Wraith or just one of your better assault rifles. But they really did change Anthony in a good way in terms of abilities. He used to just be a phase shift outlander where you would kind of just teleport around and drop a Shock Tower here and there and not really be able to do much damage, but they switched that around to be somewhat of a powerhouse in the abilities department, and the Shock Tower is just seemingly really good now. Lately you've been able to add boosts through the support team to get more of a damage output that way. And Seismic Smash was changed for the better in pretty much the same exact way. You've got just things that are tied to abilities now that are boosting them that kind of weren't here prior to the hero rework. And I really like what they've done with this change. It adds a new dynamic and really lets you get hands-on with the way that you want to create your own build. I think that Anthony is just awesome for kind of getting up there and maybe doing some crowd control with the impact from the Shock Tower and the Seismic Smash. And I really like what they did to make this Seismic Smash unique by adding on this like light show and these cool beats onto it to really focus around that steel wool aspect that he is part of a band, and just being able to do some damage through that. The residual energy field is actually really good for the damage. It's kind of just took me off guard with how much damage per tick it did, and it does have that bit of crowd control to keep the husks kind of jumbled. But the fun factor for this update has just been really crazy in seeing the ways that you can actually transform the heroes from what they used to be and what you can actually make them as now, just kind of having your own spin on things. The other really good thing about this Seismic Smash is once you really get down with understanding how far it goes with the 2-tile range and being able to estimate where you're going to be putting it with the husks that you're targeting, you can kind of get used to where that energy field is going to pop up and take advantage of that damage, as well as using other things to your advantage like the floor freeze traps to add vulnerability on and keep them focused in one point, so that energy field could actually keep keep doing its work for the duration of the ticks. And you can maybe work off of this with teammates in your squad that might be running Sub-Zero Zenith for the sniper rifle crit freezes, or the Ice King with the base freezes as well. And Anthony has an AoE style kit that really works around itself, being able to phase shift in and have both of the AoE from the Seismic Smash as well as the Shock Tower, that maybe when you go in and use your Seismic Smash and it's down, you still have your Shock Tower on standby if there's still a large group of husks, you know, just sitting there waiting to attack you, or they're on the base. You can kind of place it down and just continue to get that AoE out there. And, you know, even when those abilities are down, if you do choose to go with an AoE type weapon like the Dragoon, you can continue to clear out large groups of husks. I'm also interested in what they might add in the next updates and the later versions of the hero rework, as it would be cool to see some heroes for the support team that might focus more around Seismic Smash, so that we could grant more boosted damage to that instead of kind of splitting down the middle for both the Shock Tower and the Seismic Smash. But that just about wraps up this video. I really like the changes that they've made to Steel Wool Anthony, and it's made my favorite hero more enjoyable to play. If any of you have recommendations that you would change about the loadout, tell me in the comments, because it's been nice to see the feedback so far, and I really hope to see more good come from this hero rework. But I just want to thank you all again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.